I need to fix that. All right, loud and clear. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know in the live chat. Let me make sure I turn my mic down a little bit because it's a little interference. Guys, let me know where you're watching from. Philly's in the house, New York City's in the house, Oklahoma's in the house, California. Everyone's watching on TikTok, sunny state of Florida. Keep tapping your screens, everyone on TikTok. And if you're watching on YouTube, like this video. If you're watching on Facebook, like this video. All the information on everything Kempire is available in the description of this video. If you Google Schmoogle, thank you to the person that just disliked the video. My platform on the backside, I can see the dislikes. Either way you're watching, thanks. How do I look? Take a picture.
The grave you planned for me is the one you're going to rot.
All right. Okay, a little color purple in between, all right? It's all right, guys. It's all right. Look, you have to have tough skin to do what I do every single day. And good skin. All right, y'all. Enough of that. We're not paying attention to the haters. We're paying attention to the lovers. Shout out to the Kempire. You guys are the Kempire. You are continuously supporting everything that we do on multiple platforms, from TikTok to Twitter to YouTube to Instagram. We appreciate all that you guys do, any way that you do it, by sharing, by liking, by sharing. I just said sharing. Get it together. It's Tuesday, January 24th, and it's Kenya Moore's birthday. Happy Aquarius season. Shout out to all the Aquariuses that I know. Fem Taro's an Aquarius. My girl Savannah is an Aquarius. My girl Kenya Moore. That's not my girl. We don't know each other, y'all. We don't know each other. It's okay. It's okay. She is an icon. She is a legend. She is the moment. Happy birthday, Kenya Moore, and happy birthday to anyone celebrating a birthday. As you know, we start Tuesday Takeover every single week at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, but we always start off with some good news. So that's some good news. Another year of life. She's 52 years old. Yes. Okay. That is some good 52 that's happening over there. A good 52. All right. I mean, because there are some bad 52s. We won't talk about them, though. We won't talk about them. We're talking about the good 52s. Oh, we should call today Twirl Tuesday. Okay, it won't be Tuesday Takeover. We'll call it Twirl Tuesday. Okay? So happy birthday to Kenya Moore. And happy birthday to anyone celebrating a birthday. It is Aquarius season. According to Fem Taro, she thinks I should date an Aquarius. And I was like, I really don't know a lot of male Aquariuses that are gay.
How you doing?
So if this is your very first time watching us live, yes, we are live. I know we've given you a couple of live pre-records, but get over it. I gotta manage my time. Look, I got things to do too. I have a life too, you know. And when I say life, I have adult things that I need to take care of. So sometimes you're gonna get a pre-record with a live chat. Look. But no, Tuesday Takeover is live. You will be able to have a chance to call in and share your thoughts on any of the hot topics that we're going to be talking about today. And we have a lot to cover. So Tuesday Takeover, we talk about a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news. And yesterday we had the news break. First of all, shout out to my girls Grace Report and Layla Lynn. I don't usually listen back to my live anything. I don't really listen back unless I'm listening for technical improvements and things like that. But I had to listen back to our live chat yesterday when we were talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac, and we had quite a kiki yesterday. If you miss our recaps, we do it every single Monday, and we rotate panels from my channel to Grace Report's channel to Layla Lynn's. Next week, we're on Layla Lynn's channel. We had a really, really good time yesterday because I think we really enjoyed Potomac yesterday. On Sunday night. It was a good episode. All right. So we had a good time. So if you missed our recap yesterday, it's worth going back. And if you are a member of the channel, for the very first time, we allowed Team Campfire and Royal Court members to see one of our first Real Housewives of Potomac after shows, where I weighed in more and unfiltered, and you guys had an opportunity to call in and share. Someone said you got dragged. You know what? Leave me alone. Right? It's not me getting dragged. You know what? Look, people drag me in my real life. I don't know. It's something. Maybe because they know I can take it. Maybe because they know I can take. They don't mean. And the thing is, people don't mean harm. Like, I understand that. There are some people that drag me, but they do it behind my back because they know. Okay. All right. Giorgio's in the building. What's going on, Giorgio? But Giorgio, you're taken. So, what's that got to do? How's that helping me? Okay. Anyways, so Tuesday Takeover is where we talk about a variety of TV. As you already know, I've been talking about this on my Twitter. There are shows that I'm talking about that you're missing out on. There are hot takes that I'm having on Twitter that you're missing out on. I know some of you don't want to have Twitter because of that man. But if anything, I'm still there. I'm still having conversations, and I'm talking about shows that I think you should be watching. And you know, I really take it serious when I tell you to watch a show. So there are a couple of shows that I think you need to watch and give a chance. Stay tuned, all right? And on TikTok, you already know you're getting a different experience there in regards to our under a minute recap, sometimes under 90-second recap. So be sure to check those out if you haven't already. Yesterday, I did a 2.5 minute recap of a new show, which we're going to talk about. So, okay, let me just pay attention to my list. Again, guys, shout out to our moderators, the King's Guards. We appreciate you guys being here, as always. Shout out to the members of the channel. We appreciate you. And shout out to our subscribers. It is a subscribers-only live chat. How many people do we have in the building so far? We already have almost 800 people in the building on YouTube alone. I do not take that lightly. Someone said Elon Musty. I love it when I randomly catch some of the things that you guys are saying. Okay? So shout out to you. Keep having the conversation. And Replay Crew, we haven't forgotten about you. Please let us know where you're watching from. Please let us know your thoughts on some of the reality shows that we're talking about, the pop culture news that we're talking about. That's what we do on Tuesday Takeover. But today, in honor of Kenya Summer Moore's birthday, we're calling it Twirl Tuesday. What's going on to everyone watching on Facebook? Cheryl Lee, she said, "What's up, Dimples?" Sending love from sunny Florida. Shout out to y'all. All right, shout out to my family in Florida. What's going on, Deborah? She's watching from Connecticut, and she's watching on Facebook. Hey, Cherie, she's watching. All right, loving the new look. Thank you. I don't know what's my new look. Still bald. All right. Still bald, which is okay. It's just okay. Georgie says he's gonna find me somebody. Look, well, I'll trust Giorgio more than I would trust some of you heterosexual people, because you just think because someone's gay, match. Work like that. St. Kitts is in the house. Guyana's in the house. I see you guys. Wagwan. All right. Where do we begin? All right, we start off with some good news. Look. I'm going to start with 90 Day Fiancé. Well, it is good news. We finally reached the final part of this 4-part tell-all. And honestly, I have to say this. Let me just bring them up. Jovi and Yara were actually interesting this week. And I'm mad that they finally became interesting this week. And it's the end of the season. And the reason why I found their story interesting this week from 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, the tell-all, was that there's actually a lot more real-life drama happening. I feel bad for Jovi's mom, Gwen. Jovi, you are a spoiled brat, but she made you the spoiled brat. So she was really tore up. She was really tore up about the whole, not being able to babysit as much as they wanted, and Jovi was really rude to his mom. I mean, I still find Yara annoying, but now Jovi's talking about moving to Florida, which is fine, but your mother just bought land to build a house near them so she could help them more. And then you know what Yara's response was? well, because they were talking about daycare. She's like, well, she'll be in school soon, so she won't need the daycare. I was like, this woman is selfish. Jovi is a spoiled brat. I feel sorry for Gwen. All right, I had to jump to Jovi and Yara because I felt like I found them more interesting in part 4 than the entire season, than when they were first introduced to us. I was like, oh, this is like some real family drama that's happening right now. All right. But at the top of 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, the tell-all, we had that moment where Angela was telling Michael, you better not be hanging out with Usman. Oh, wait. What sound effect is good? I don't even know what to...
You better not be hanging out with Usman in Nigeria.
Why do they act like Nigeria is so small? But they were very close. He's like, we're not staying at the same hotel. Michael's, squealing to Angela. We're not staying at the same hotel. We're at the same studio. And actually, she tells him, you better not be hanging out with Usman. Michael decides, I'm going to go talk to Usman. This is why I know it's so pre-produced and it's over for Angela and Michael when it comes to reality TV. And trust and believe, if they decide not to bring back Angela and Michael, they would be broken up. I'm just saying, they would be over. So Michael decides, I'm going to go talk to Usman after Angela explicitly told you not to. And I was just like, you're not whooped. You're not doing this because you're underhanded. You're doing this because producers like, yeah, this is what we're going to do. And then they had their little back and forth. And I'm like, get off my television. I am so over this. The best part of the tell-all for me was Yara and Jovi's story. Because I was like, oh, no, this is real. Like, this is a real issue. Childcare, mother-in-law issues. I also love the fact that Yara looks to Gwen as her U.S. mom. They really have fallen in love with each other. I believe there is love there between the two of them. Also, remember the pandemic is when she got pregnant, and it was only her and Gwen when Jovi was off to work. So there is a bond there. But now Jovi now all of a sudden wants to be a good husband, and they're like, oh, yeah, I have to do what my wife wants, so I have to make sure that my wife is happy, which is true. But now all of a sudden you want to make sure that your wife is happy, but when your wife had the breast augmentation, you were off in Africa. However, I agree with Jovi. I'm such a hypocrite. I'm such a hypocrite. But I agree with Jovi. He planned this trip way before she decided to do the breast augmentation. And it's not like she was on her deathbed. Thankfully not. Look, But he had planned this trip beforehand. You decided, all of a sudden you want to get breast augmentation. It could wait. Wait till I come back. I'm going to Africa to hang out with Marcel from Love and Marriage Huntsville. We're having a Cheaters Anonymous trip in Africa. Not Cheaters Anonymous. Is that a thing? CA? Are you in CA? Let's make it a thing. Cheaters Anonymous. I don't know. Peace on Earth on my TikTok says Angela acts like he is a child. She's been acting like this for forever. I am so over the whole situation with Angela. Jenny, I still like Jenny. Jenny tried to get Big Ed together, and it kind of fell flat for me. But Big Ed, it's always hilarious when these broken people, broken people are trying to weigh in on other people's broken relationships. Like, mind your business and worry about what's going on over there. But that's the part of the whole situation of watching the tell-all. It's a hot mess for a reason. A good reason. But Big Ed, why are you a Taurus? Did you guys hear that? We've talked about this. Big Ed is a Taurus? Like Taurus? We're about to have a good year, Tauruses. Some of you other signs too. But Tauruses, the glow up in 2023, remember where you heard it first. Just saying, stay tuned. It's about to be good. All right. Big Ed. Big Ed is so problematic. And he's so hypocritical. Must be a Taurus thing, you know? He's so hypocritical. One minute he's talking about uplifting women and being there for your wife and blah, 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 blah. And the way he treats Liz. Liz is going to end up back with him because Liz, she's no co-owner of that restaurant. She wants this fame thing. And she's like, I want to be a good role model for my child. You can start by dumping Big Ed. You can start by getting off of 90 Day Fiancé. I mean, everyone always looks at the mom with the side eye when she doesn't have custody. I'm just saying, can we talk? Can we talk? Because usually the courts give them preferential treatment to the mothers, as they should. But when they don't, you're like... Oh, goodness. All right. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is our Tuesday Takeover. We're calling it Twirl Tuesday in honor of Kenya Summer Moore's birthday. Happy birthday, Kenya Moore, if you ever see this. I know you're too busy living your life twirling on. It's all right. I'm waiting to get more information. I think we're going to get the Real Housewives of Atlanta in June. Not June. Why did I say June? Maybe it is June. I was thinking May, but maybe it is June. Stay tuned. Okay, since we're talking, no, I'll get to that. Let me stay focused. What else did I want to say about this 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After tell-all? There wasn't a lot. There wasn't a lot because the tell-all ends early, and if you haven't been watching, they try to do something different with the tell-all. They were following all of the couples hanging out together in New York City with the cameras. And apparently Jovi and Big Ed were ready to fight, but I agree with Jovi. He was like, if you weren't with all these people here, you have all this mouth, Big Ed, you would get knocked out. Let's be real. And I get it. I think people look at Big Ed, it's like, you have a lot of mouth, sir. And what? He says that he was going to give a speech somewhere. Who is paying Big Ed to give speeches? Please show yourselves. Who is paying Big Ed to give a speech? Can someone Google schmoogle that for me? I didn't even think about it until this very moment. Can we Google schmoogle? Where was Big Ed giving a speech to? Oh, maybe Cheaters Anonymous? Okay. All right. Then it makes sense. It makes sense. All right. Oh, goodness. Goodbye. Look, goodbye to this couple. I don't want to see them ever again in life. Elizabeth and Andre, I don't want to see them ever again. All right. Andre, I think you were just trying to be problematic and just say anything during this reunion, this tell-all, because none of the things that you made sense. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I don't even have energy for you. But Lau and Shida, yeah, go work on that baby. I don't care. Oh, Jenny and Submit are probably the only couple that I'm still rooting for. I mean, I've had my issues with them throughout the season, but I do believe that there is love for each other, and this is their money ticket, a pretty good money ticket. I don't believe that Submit will be coming to the United States unless he's coming with his new wife. Sorry. Angela and Michael, I would love to see Michael get that green card, but no, it's not going to happen, especially after you're admitting on a national television show where millions of people watch that you are telling some other woman that I don't believe is a real other woman, but they're saying this on television. That the government doesn't know that what we know, this ain't real, this relationship. Oh, sorry, Angela, but you know it already. I did like seeing Angela and Kimberly have a conversation, a deep conversation. I was like, okay. Not these two finding. Angela was like, I don't know if I like you yet. Because at one point, Kimberly's like, I love you, Angela. She's like, I think I love you. I don't know if I love you yet. I was like, Angela. I mean, I get it, because I'm not like that. I'm not throwing the word I love you around just willy-nilly. All right? But, yeah, goodbye. I'm glad the season's over. 90 Day Fiancé the other way, I think, is supposed to be starting soon. Darcy and Stacey just started on Monday. I didn't get a chance because I was so wrapped up in some other shows that we're going to talk about. I didn't get to watch it, but we already had kind of turned it off last season because it became so pre-produced, and these women do not even look like, they look a shell of themselves, their real original selves. And I used to love Darcy and Stacey, not them, but just her on 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. There was some good days, but she brought Jesse into our lives, and I'm randomly swiping through TikTok, and Jesse shows up. I'm like, get this. I'm like, what is going on?
Lies! The lies!
What is going on? Oh, goodness. All right. Yeah. Heather, I always love this name. Heather Dubrow's leftover sushi says it's time to clean house for 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after, and stop using these same fake entire couples. I'd rather see couples from earlier seasons. I just rather see them get some new people. Get some new people. Come on. We can do it. It's not impossible. Or is it? Maybe it is. I think the pandemic didn't help either. Because remember, those 90 Day Fiancé visas were on hold for a long time. So that might be the part of the reason. I'm gonna blame you know how they use the pandemic to blame it on everything, and a little extra weight, a little antisocial behavior. A girl who you haven't heard on my TikTok says Darcy and Stacey needed therapy, not surgery. Yeah, agreed. They were beautiful women before, but look, your body, your choice. All right, we're gonna move on because we have so much more to talk about. All right, so we're gonna move on from 90 Day Fiancé. I want to talk about my favorite show right now, Family Karma. Come on, Family Karma. Come on, Family Karma. All right, enough of that. All right, so what's happening with Family Karma this week? So this week, again, we're prepping and planning a big gay Indian American wedding. And I'm loving Nicholas this season. That's Amrit's boyfriend, fiance, now husband. I'm so mad that I wasn't invited to this wedding. Why would I be invited? Because I've always wanted to go to an Indian wedding. And to imagine my first Indian wedding would have been a gay one. So they're trying to incorporate, Indian American situations. And Nicholas admits there's a lot of things that he has folded on, things that he initially said, no, I don't want to do. Especially because he's very low key. He doesn't want to be the center of attention for 3 days. So it went from being just one day. Remember, it was supposed to be a small situation to 3 days. And when we watched Vishal and Risha's wedding, I told you after the first episode I was tired. And I don't even think that was a full day. That's a lot. That's a lot. Did anyone see Anisha on Watch What Happens Live? I was watching the clips because that's how I watch the show. I was watching the clips. Anisha is so funny to me. I know a lot of people do not like Anisha on the show, and we're not getting a lot of her this season. I didn't love Anisha, but we see this on a few of our favorite reality shows. I don't understand why women, we saw with Monica too, are trying to pressure these men to marry you. How does it feel when he finally says, okay, I'll marry you? It's almost like, all right, I want you to be excited to marry me. I don't want to have to drop hints and beg you to marry me. I don't want to do that. But so many women do it. So many women do it. And a few, no, I don't see. I mean, I guess a couple of guys are doing it. But Anisha, to me, is just comedy. I like Anisha. I want to see Anisha on something else. I don't know what. I'm sure she has a podcast because everybody and mama got a podcast. Sidebar, guys. A new episode of my podcast came out this week. All right. It's called Beyonce. What is it called? Beyonce in Dubai or Dubai Takeover? Something like that, y'all. Kempire Radio. All the links are available at kempireradio.com. Be sure to check out that episode. There's things in the podcast that do not end up in the visual version. So be sure to check that out. All right. The mods will be posting links in the live chat. So thank you, mods. All right. So I like Anisha, and Anisha was dropping, some interesting information during Watch What Happens Live about her thoughts on everybody and in the situation. Okay. But Anisha, I don't love how you're giving this man a deadline. I get it. You're at a point in your life, you're ready to get married. You're ready to have children, all of that. But I felt as if you only been with this man about a year and you're giving him till May. Mind you, it's probably like April at this point when she's saying all of this stuff. It's about to, but I still like her. I think she's funny. I like her dry sense of humor. I like her. But back to Nicholas and Amrit, because for me, this season, I didn't think that Family Karma seasons could get any better. And I've watched season 1 and season 2, so good. But season 3, for the love of this gay Indian American wedding, is so good. And I love that Nicholas is finding his voice, even though he's allowed Amrit to get away with a lot. Last week we were talking about Amrit saying, well, I think the children should have my last name because your parents don't even like the fact that you're gay. And I was like, Amrit. I'm like, really? I was really shocked, but we all were saying, why don't you guys just hyphenate the name? I don't know how I would feel in that particular case. I probably would just hyphenate, to be honest. But this week they're planning their wedding, but they're also moving forward with freezing their sperma situation. Look, the sperma situation. So they went to this clinic and they're sharing their thoughts. One thing I appreciated about what Nicholas says in this moment, he says that yes, they find out how much it costs to do what they're trying to do, to impregnate probably Bali. Bali, oh my God. I don't know if Bali was serious about doing it. She probably was serious. I just don't know if she'd be a perfect candidate because Bali is like 40 something years old. But I would love it if Bali would carry their twins. I would love that. But they talk about how much that would cost. And I love that Nicholas pointed out, he's like, you know what, we can do it, but I already understand there's plenty of people in our position that don't have the money to do this, like within the gay community. And I was just like, and people out here having babies willy-nilly and taking that for granted. Christian, what's her name? Krishan and Blueface? Don't even, nope. That's the most you're going to get out of me talking about those two. Nope. They both need prayer. Look, they need a little holy oil. Nope. Okay. Shout out to the black therapist that was on Family Karma this week. Yep. And I'm glad that Risha and Vishal went to therapy, but he needs separate therapy. And I love the fact that their therapist pointed out that, and look, I would only take this from her. If it was one of the other cast members saying you're abusing substances, then I'd be like, you don't know anything. You're not an expert. No, the expert told him you are abusing substances. And I love the fact that she refused to be on camera, the therapist. You notice how they had to do the little, I love that. That made me take her more seriously and she had more credibility for me. Risha, I was really trying to root for you this season, and I understood why maybe you wouldn't want to marry Vishal because of this alcohol situation, but you went and had a whole 3-day wedding. You had a spiritual wedding. For me, that actually means more than some legal mumbo jumbo and signing papers, that you would spiritually wed to someone when you know that he has serious issues that he should be dealing with. But the therapist was like, you need to go take care of that. She was all about them actually solidifying this marriage because she's using it like it's a threat. That's not healthy for a relationship, Risha. Oh my goodness. But Risha's story, I almost forgot about Risha's story. Did you guys remember the Risha's sister that she hadn't been connected with in over a decade? Now is back in their life? And Lupa was talking about, that relationship and how it's been fractured, and her sister just had a baby. And Vishal is a sweet guy. He's like, that's now my nephew. Like, we need to have a relationship with her. And if she needs anything, I'm gonna be there for her. Because that's who Vishal is. No matter how you feel how immature he may be, he's still a sweet, genuine person. So he sort of like mended that fractured relationship. I need to dig deeper. We need a family karma reunion. I'm going to say that every single week. We need a family karma reunion. I don't know if y'all need to do this over Zoom, Andy Cohen, but we need one. Look, right? If you agree, guys, replay crew in the chat, live chat, do you agree? Do you think that we need a family karma reunion? I think we do. I've been saying this since I've been watching the early episodes. I'm like, we need a reunion. In my humble opinion. Look at my humble opinion. All right. My TikTok chat is saying my TikTok chat is saying yes. All right. I would like to see it. if we can make it happen. I don't know if it's too late. We just saw, shout out to our friends over at Queens of Bravo, aka Robyn Dixon. That's what y'all said. I don't know. I really don't know. Well, there was breaking news that there is going to be this week, this Thursday, there's going to be the Real Housewives of Miami reunion. I know a lot of you are excited about that, and it would be interesting to see the questions that you guys will ask. So the Real Housewives of Miami reunion is coming. Someone says, I want an Aunties reunion. Robyn says, I want an in-person reunion. I mean, I would love an in-person reunion. Robyn, I'm just trying to make it cheaper because, look, we have to think budgets. I don't know if they're going to fork over the amount of money it would take to have the reunion with Family Karma. They probably wouldn't want to fly them into New York. That's hotel, that's flights, then they have to book out the studio space. There's a lot of things that go into this stuff, y'all. So I'm trying to make it easier on them and keep the budget low. Just saying. Trying to keep the budget low. I mean, I love the aunties. I really do. Even Lopa. I was just talking about this when we were watching it on Sunday together on TikTok. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Dr. Payne, for the roses on TikTok. I appreciate you. I was saying Lopa. I actually like Lopa. Oh, thank you. I actually like Lopa more than Rishma, Vishal's mom. Sorry. Maybe because we're seeing her a little bit more. And you know what it is? Rishma, I think, pretends to be one way, and Lopa is just herself. And I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that she's not fronting for cameras. She's like, I'm not a cuddly person. This is who I am. I don't like you, Vishal. I appreciate the honesty. Just saying. Look, just saying. But I'm enjoying Family Karma. Again, guys, if you enjoy Family Karma, I want to know your favorite parts of this season and the episode. And again, if you think there should be a reunion, tag Andy. Tag Andy and say, we believe there should be a Family Karma reunion. And don't forget to use the hashtag Family Karma. All of that stuff plays into their decision in bringing back these shows. It's a social media aspect, and there's also the ratings. All right. Speaking of ratings, how did they do this week? Let me take a look. Shout out to our friends over at TVDs. I just want to see how they did this week. Family Karma. So Family Karma this week, they had not bad. They've been hovering in the 300 and 400,000 viewers. Last week, they had a pretty good viewership. This week, it's at about 381,000 viewers. Okay? Watch What Happens Live. What did they get? Wait, hold on. Not bad. The episode with Mia Thornton and this is probably like one of their highest in a long time. With Anisha and Mia Thornton, it was 358,000 viewers. Not bad. Not bad. All right. And I think the reason why is because Mia was on and people wanted to know her answer for some of the things that happened in the Real Housewives of Potomac. Speaking of Real Housewives of Potomac, we also had their ratings. Their ratings for this week's episode, which to me was one of their best episodes. I thought maybe they would have gotten over 1 million viewers this week. 843,000, which isn't bad. Keep in mind, this is the live viewers for that night. Though it goes well over after the next day when it's released in other places and on Peacock. So this is not bad. 843,000 viewers with a 0.24 demo between 18 and 49. Not bad. Not bad at all, but I feel like it was like their best episode, to be honest, like all season. We'll see. Okay. Someone said, okay. Because we're talking about that, we have to talk about Miss Robyn Dixon. Oh, Robyn. Do I have a picture of Robyn? I know I have a picture of Robyn. I like the little markers here. Hold on, where are my pictures of Robyn? Oh wait, no, where are my pictures of the other woman? That's what I need to pull up. Hold on, y'all. I do so much prep. Sometimes I forget all the things that I want to bring to you guys. All right. Let me wait. The other woman's here. Y'all. Let me look. Okay, so based off of Karen's description, we've discovered the woman. She's taken to social media to say congrats to Robyn Dixon and Juan Dixon. Yesterday, if you were watching any of our videos during our live recap with Leolyn and Grace Report, we had the breaking news that Robyn Dixon and Juan Dixon actually have gotten married. They got married after filming Wrapped. All right. And there will be footage included in the season 7 finale. Okay. There have been quite a few different photos of the woman. This is just one. She said congrats this morning to the lovely couple. All right. Look. So congrats to them. Where is my other? I know I pulled it in here. I'm gonna have to pull it again. Look. Oh, goodness. So congrats to them. If you missed our full report covering this, be sure to check that out from yesterday. But the other woman has come out. All right. The other woman has come out. And she said, congrats. And then she said, I will see you in Georgetown, Juan. That is a very bad wig, but it is Potomac, so it's in line. It's in line. And I can see the similarities to Karen. Can you? Can you? Amy says, was there a date when they got married? We don't have any full details. According to People Magazine, they're basing this off of sources. This is not an official announcement from Robyn Dixon. Because this is going to be a part of the show, we're not going to know until it airs. So I'm sure we'll get more of the gory details once it airs. The season finale is just around the corner. They just filmed the reunion, as we talked about the reunion. So be sure to check out that video if you missed all the details of what we found out during the reunion. Apparently, she told the ladies at the reunion that they had gotten married. And some of you Robyn stans, yes, there's Robyn stans. Y'all all are like, look, she got married. Okay. For me, her getting married doesn't change how I feel about that relationship. For her to get married doesn't change the fact that it comes across that he really does treat you like a roommate. It comes across as if he really does not love or respect you. I'm just saying. So, and based on everything that we have been told by multiple sources, okay, girl, whatever works for you. Okay? Okay. Uh-oh. Houston Foodie, she says, that's me, Robyn stan, which is okay, because you already know everyone is welcome here, no matter how you feel, as long as you share your opinion in a respectful way. Come on. Someone said, is there a prenup? Who cares? I don't mean it like that. But, like, what is there to get? Okay? Like, what is there to get? Just saying. Oh, goodness. I forgot to put my little Tuesday Takeover up here. Oh, goodness. All right, y'all. It is our normal Tuesday Takeover, but we're calling it Twirl Tuesday in honor of Kenya Moore's birthday. So happy birthday to anyone celebrating a birthday today or during Aquarius season. All right. Not married roommates, Foxy. Let me focus on my notes. Because I've already lost track of what I was saying. Okay, so we were just talking about Robyn Dixon getting married. You will have an opportunity to call in and share your thoughts. There's been a lot of people speculating on if this was real, if it happened, or the reasoning behind what why it's happening. I don't care. Like, I don't care. What I care about is that Robyn continuously is forcing this non-relationship on us. I believe that she would actually get married, and I still believe that it's not a real loving marriage. It's maybe a marriage of convenience. I don't know if I believe it's for her so she doesn't have to testify. I don't know if I believe that. I believe it's so she can keep a check in the house, and now more than ever, they need that check, allegedly. Look, at the end of the day, it's not my life. When I have a loving relationship, it will be loving, it will be genuine. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay, come on now, Justin. Justin says Robyn pays the phone bill too, I bet. Oh, goodness. I mean, if they still got a landline. Okay, I know some of you still have landlines, and a lot of you are like, call me when you need some cell service and you need that landline. Okay. All right, you still waiting on that on that moment? All right. I have to say, when we had that big blackout here in New York City years ago, at that point I still had a landline. Thank God. Is Bell Atlantic still around? Like who? Like people still have landlines? I'm guessing they do. All right. If you work in the office building, those are landlines. All right. All right. Let me focus. All right. All right. We talked about that. We talked about Potomac. Potomac's ratings, as I said to you before, over 800 and something thousand. Not bad. Not bad at all. Very good. I thought it was one of their best episodes this week. The ratings are doing decently. Then we found out Robyn and Juan have gotten married. Do you think that will bring more people to watching what plays out for the rest of the season? We shall see. We shall see. We also talked about yesterday the news. We were talking about the Hollywood Reporter talking to some senior executives that cover some of your favorite reality shows like Love is Blind, The Ultimatum, The Bachelor, Real Housewives. We found out that Married to Medicine is expecting a big cast shakeup. We also have reported to you just the other week that Phaedra Parks was being considered as a new cast member of the show. So I also posed to you, I was like, who do you think might be going? And you know how I completely forgot to mention when I did that video? Dr. Contessa. So immediately, producers, if you're watching, she needs to go. I'm sorry. Dr. Contessa needs that check, though, allegedly. According to Dr. Heavenly. I'm going to put it on Heavenly. She said it on her YouTube channel. She needs the check. But she also gave us very forced and then lied. She tried to gaslight the audience and made it seem like Dr. Scott wasn't a little, So that pissed all of us off, right? I completely forgot about Dr. Contessa. I immediately went to Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie. But if I had to pick between the three, Dr. Contessa can go. I'd much rather have Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone than Dr. Contessa. Sorry. Especially because now you're pre-producing everything that you give us. And I could care less. You looked amazing, though. Your body was snatched. But I could care less about your fitness competition. And this pretend beef that you were creating. Bye, Dr. Contessa. I want to see Audra come back. I liked Audra and I liked her relationship with her husband. They seem really fun and funny. And I already know producers are trying to skew a little bit younger. So that's a perfect fit. I don't want to see Phaedra on this show because she's dating a doctor. If they're engaged, that's one thing. Oh, watch them get engaged, y'all. But no. No. Quad can go, in my opinion. But I really feel like they should have let Quad go a long time ago so that she could came on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because I think Quad is good television. Although I didn't love where she went this season with those accusations. So she's a little dangerous. That's not the first time either, though. Remember what she said about Mariah? You know who we forgot to mention when we talked about who would shake up the Bravo universe if they were to make a return? We forgot to mention Mary Cosby in that conversation. If Mary Cosby came back to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I think it would be a massive shakeup. I really do. Along with people like Mariah Huck. But we also said my number one pick, if I had to pick. And when I said this, a lot of you thought that I believe NeNe's coming back to Bravo. No, I was giving you a what's the word? I can't even think of the word right now. Hypothetical. There we go. I was giving you a hypothetical. I don't believe that NeNe's coming back, and I don't believe that NeNe got a $20 million settlement. We've talked about this. But you know how the blogs be doing. You know how the blogs be doing. They picked up something that Gary with the T posted about 3 weeks ago. And he cited, sorry, Media Takeout, that's now called MTO. Anytime you guys link me to an MTO article, not to say that they're always wrong, but that's not who I really lean into. And I know sometimes my sources can be questionable. Look, come on. But we've talked about this. We've talked about this when we heard the rumors that NeNe got a settlement when she dismissed her discrimination lawsuit without prejudice, which means that she could refile it. And then they added a little stank to the story this time around and says that not only did she get $20 million, she also will have the option to get new shows. I would love that for NeNe. Don't get me wrong. I would love that for NeNe, that she got the money and that she would have this option to get new shows. It just doesn't make legal sense. I'm not an attorney. I pretend to be one here. But it doesn't make legal sense to have a settlement where you can still refile the lawsuit later. To have a settlement of $20 million and come on back to the network and we're going to give you some shows. When you have an arbitration agreement within your contract. Like, I want that for NeNe. Like, I wish that's the way it worked out for our girl NeNe, but I don't believe it. And I know a lot of you trust Gary with the T, but when Gary said, this is coming from MTO, I said, okay. Look, I don't always get it right either. But as soon as I heard that part, I was like, eh. But as soon as I heard people saying she got $20 million in a settlement from Bravo and she's getting some new shows, I was like, it doesn't really sound like. We even talked about this when I would drop by Love B. Scott's podcast a few months ago when we first heard about this settlement and the dismissal of this discrimination lawsuit. Even B. Scott, who's been through a battle with a network, said, this doesn't sound right. And I've actually been through a legal battle with a network. You remember B. Scott's battle with BET? B. Scott ended up getting a show on BET, though. So it's not impossible. Look. That's why I dwell in the possibility that NeNe could come back to the network. Because nothing's impossible. Look at Monique. She's returned to Netflix. But I don't believe this. $20 million. Before it was like $50 million. Now it's $20 million. Sorry, y'all. Look, sorry. Someone said Gary Coleman. No. I mean this sincerely. Is Gary Coleman still with us? Look, don't call me Stacey Dash. Don't call me Stacey Dash. Wait. I can't keep up. Y'all will let me know in the chat. I'm not going to go on social media and start crying about it. I just need y'all to confirm for me. Is he? All right. Look, all right. Let me say thank you. Letitia, thank you so much for the super chat. Letitia says, black women more, but here you go, Kempire. What did you mean by that? I'm confused. But okay, no, but definitely pay black women more. But thank you for the super chat. The Heathers, thank you so much for the super chat. Heather says, we're taking applications, handsome Aquarius men. Wait, no, Femterra had very specifics in their moon and their rising. I got to go back to that video. Joya Lynn, thank you so much for the super chat. Joya Lynn says the Shade Room is what MTO wanted to be. Yeah. But MTO is still around. Can you believe that? It's still around. The blog is still around. Oh, Gary's gone. Look, Gary's gone. Okay, no, damn. I'm sorry. May he rest in peace. Gary Coleman, to clarify. I look. I can't remember every single thing. All right. Chocolate Chunk says not everyone but Campfire. No one give Gary his own line. May he rest in peace. He gave us a lot of laughs and years and hot topics over the years. Okay. Miss Jennifer says, who is MTO? Media takeout. Remember, that's what they used to call it. Now they go by MTO, I guess, to kind of get away from the stink of media takeout. It's all right. They made millions of dollars. They made that man very rich. And I'm sure they're still making money. It's still around. Did he sell it? Did he sell it to like another platform? Not me starting. Y'all gonna start sending me pictures of Stacey Dash. Look, I can't remember everyone that has passed on. All right? All right. Rest in peace, Gary Coleman. All right. Okay, where do I want to go? All right. All right, we're going to switch gears a little bit. Before we get into some Beyonce news, we have to talk a little bit about some of the news shows that I'm watching. If you are a subscriber of the channel, then you saw I did like a 2.5-minute recap. At TikTok, you saw the 2.5-minute recap last night first of this new show called The Real Friends of WeHo. All right? And when we saw the trailer, already, there was a lot of backlash. I did a separate video talking about Todrick Hall addressing the backlash. There's a whole petition, nearly 30,000 signatures of people wanting to cancel the show before it even aired. And a lot of people hated the fact that it interfered with the 90 minutes of RuPaul's Drag Race. So we talked about that. And I said I wanted to give the show a chance. And I did. And surprisingly, I liked the show. I liked the show. Yeah. I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. Because you know why I liked it? It's not all about Todrick. Yes, Todrick is a part of it. And yes, Todrick Hall is trying to, this is sort of like his redemption tour. Todrick, here's my thing though. Todrick shows, he does a podcast with, was it Bob the Drag Queen and Monet? All right. He does their podcast and he brings the deed to his house. As you know, we covered a couple of stories about him owing rent. He was taken to court owing rent. Like, this is not a story of us just creating it or it's a rumor. No, there are court documents that Todrick Hall was brought to court because he was back on rent. He has since come out and said, oh, he was paying rent and buying it at the same time, which we also talked about in our previous videos. We said maybe it was a rent to buy situation. But do you go on your YouTube channel and make this big YouTube video talking about I bought my first home, y'all, only to be embarrassed later that no, you didn't. You're renting. Nothing wrong with renting, but don't come out here and act as if you're not. So he brings the deed to this podcast. I just like saying podcast. And he says, see, I brought my deed. I brought receipts to show you that I'm the owner. Look. Okay, now you're the owner, but you still were brought to court for not paying back rent. I wish you would just be more honest. And he was making this whole thing about, you know, because I'm on YouTube, I pay for everything. I'm doing everything on my own. And, you know, I'm a gay black man in America, and that's tough on us. It is. Trust me, I know.
How you doing?
But I said this in my previous video covering this, his response to all of this, because he hadn't responded. He hadn't really addressed it. I said, I understand Todrick Hall is very talented. Talented singer, talented dancer, a talented creative. I'm never going to take that away from him. But very much how I love being creative here too, y'all. I love it. And a lot of you were like, oh, when are we going to do a live this or a live that? And I said, no, I need to make sure I'm managing my time correctly because there's still administrative things that I need to do as a business owner and an entrepreneur. Things must get paid. Taxes must get paid. Mortgages must get paid. And yes, although I would love to be twirling and laughing and kikiing with you all day, every day, I have to take time to make sure that people are paid, especially the government. Or this will happen. I mean, luckily, it seems like he's paying his taxes that we know of.
Lies. The lies.
Who pressed that? Who pressed that? Who pressed that? It's wonderful that you want to be creative, but you've been doing this for years, Todrick. You've been doing this for years. When we were first introduced to Todrick, when he first came on American Idol, this story came out that he did not pay people that he was working with in a production that he had been doing. He's been doing this a long time in regards to being creative and doing these productions and shows. But these allegations stem back all the way to then. So, yes, you might be doing this all yourself and you're hemming and gluing and doing all this stuff yourself. You need to also make sure that people are paid. He talks about the most popular video that he has with hips, thighs. I don't know. Look, I know the song, but I just can't think of the title. He says, oh, here's my proof. When I sent out the request for dancers, they were told that it would be non-paid. But Todrick, I get that. I understand you already gave them a heads up and now they're saying, oh, you didn't pay us. But here's the thing. Even at that point, you should be able to pay people. Even if it's not a lot, it's better to say, this is how much you're going to get paid for this particular situation. But I get it. You want to spend all your money on the production, and that's why people love what you do. But trust and believe, how many millions of views are on that video? You know how much money he's probably made from that? But you want people to work for free? It's not smart business. And maybe you should invest in a business manager that pays your bills. Just saying. People prioritize the wrong things. I get it. I love the flashy, we always, look, how many times have we changed our background or our sound equipment or this or that or cameras? Look, but they have to get paid too. People have to get paid. Even if you don't like what they've done. Remember when we had to break that down for Sheree during the reunion? Damn, I went on a tangent about Todrick. I wanted to talk about the Real Friends of WeHo, but I wanted to address that. And a lot of people were turned off by Todrick being a part of the show, so much so that they launched a petition. But this show isn't about Todrick, y'all. This show really is really good. Trust me. Look, if you don't trust anyone else, it's actually really good. And I like the fact that they're breaking the fourth wall all the time. They're talking about being on a show. They're talking about, why did I decide to do this show? And he's not the only person on the cast that you are going to love to hate. You know who is the heart, though? Curtis. Curtis is on the far left, all right? He's on the far left. He's in the khaki. He finds these suits, and he loves to show his chest. He's been on Insecure. We get a cameo from Issa Rae in the first episode. Because he knows Issa Rae. He was on Insecure. He was also on the that Dr. Dre movie. All right? His story about coming out, he never came out before publicly. I don't know if he considered himself in the closet, but his story of coming out, telling his family, trying to make his family proud, trying to protect his family, and being gay in this industry, oh, that is the story that people aren't telling. And producers and editors, I feel as if you left that out of the trailer. And part of the reason why a lot of people were like, I don't know if I want to watch this show. But Curtis, his personality is very likable. His story is very relatable. Very relatable. I like it. I like him. Not bad to look at either. Not bad to look at. That helps. Look, that helps. Curtis is a good looking man. All right? And he always finds a suit to maneuver and make it not look like a suit. All right. Who else do I want to talk about in this cast? Okay. All right. All right. Let me talk about Dorian. So you guys know Dorian, right? You know Dorian. Come on. You know Dorian. So Dorian, he's not my long lost brother. He was on College Hill. Remember him on College Hill? I didn't watch College Hill, but a lot of you have. But he also owns the skincare brand Butter. Look, Butter. I did not expect that Dorian would be the villain. More of a villain in this first episode than Todrick Hall. So Dorian has a very successful skincare brand, and he knows it. He knows it. He's going to this party, this taped party that probably already has security with his own security. Because he's like, can't be caught out here. Okay. So from the bat, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about Dorian. But a lot of you said this is how he was back on College Hill. But I'm guessing he wants to elevate his personal brand and, talk about Butter on this show. Butter. One of the things that he says about Joey, let's talk about Joey, because I don't know how I feel about Joey either. I don't know how I feel about Joey, but I feel Joey's plight because Joey is an influencer. He's engaged now, and I don't know how I feel about him. I don't know how I feel about him, but we have to remember this is WeHo, West Hollywood in California. There's a certain look. There's everywhere you go here in New York. That's how Chelsea, New York used to be. It was like all these like certain types of gays. Chelsea doesn't look like that anymore. All right, but Dorian, when he hears that Joey is an influencer, y'all really are still sleeping on influencers? Yep, you are. You're still sleeping on influencers because we were talking about this with Anila on Married to Medicine. These influencers, first of all, they do work hard. It's very rare that you see me do a sponsorship here on the channel because it's a lot of work between the work that we already do here on the channel and trying to create a video ad and within their stipulations for a brand. They do this on a daily basis. It's not easy. So I feel for Joey, for those that don't think that he is employed, because that's exactly what Dorian says when Curtis tells him like, oh, he's an influencer. So he's like, oh, so he's unemployed. Okay, if someone else had mentioned this, I probably would have been like, okay, he doesn't understand. But what's his name? Look, Dorian. You, of all people, should understand and should be utilizing influencers. You own a skincare brand. And if you're not, although he is very successful on his own with Butter, you're probably missing out on millions of dollars by not using influencers. Dorian just entered the chat, or at least disliked the video. It's okay, Dorian, keep watching. And you're welcome, the real friends of WeHo. I'm covering your show. I'm talking about your show. Welcome, all right? Welcome. I'm a little bit of an influencer, too. But I was wondering how the ratings were for the show. And shout out to our friends over at TV Deets again for getting us the ratings of this show. And a lot of people were like slamming the show for the ratings being terrible. And honestly, these ratings... I mean, Watch What Happens Live is doing well this week, but if you've been watching Watch What Happens Live's ratings over the last couple of years, this is not bad for a show that's already gotten bad press. So according to our friends over at TV Deets, the real friends of WeHo's first season, first episode, received a 0.06 in their demo of 18 to 49, but with 186,000 live viewers. That's actually not bad for a show that's already gotten bad press. I don't think that's bad for the real friends of WeHo. And I wasn't sure about it. I really tried to go into the show with an open mind, and I was actually enjoying the show. I was actually enjoying the show, and I was surprised by Dorian. I didn't think that. I was like, oh, Dorian, he's one to watch. But he's the one to watch in a good way. He's almost like, although he's coming across like a villain, it's not in a way that I don't want to watch the show. I just want to see him continue to just be Dorian. Okay? But I have your back, Dorian, at this party. Okay. So we're introduced throughout this episode to all of the people that are involved. We have Brad, who a lot of you reminded me that Brad was on that Rachel Zoe show on Bravo. So Brad has been around. Brad is now delving into styling men, but you know, he styled before. Women mostly. All right? So we get to see him. He's sort of like the Cynthia of the situation. Everyone likes him. So I'm here for Brad. And I love the fact that we get to see Brad and his partner's relation. Are they married? I think they're married. But they've been together for like 20 something years. All right. James. Okay. I'm going to give all of them equal time. I want to give all James. You probably noticed James is married to that guy from Mean Girls. James, I like it when James uses his Virginia accent, his Southern accent. He turns it off when he's doing like hosting and things like that, or when he's interviewing. But in his confessionals on the show, he has it on thick. And I'm like, oh damn, not thick. If you guys are just joining us, we're talking about the Real Friends of WeHo, a new show that's come to MTV. They're not paying me, but at this point, I think it's good. It's on MTV. I'm guessing the replay is on Paramount Plus. A lot of you told me I should get Paramount Plus. Another one for me to buy. All right. But James's Southern accent, I was like, okay. All right. Jonathan Bennett. Thank you so much, Alex. I couldn't think of his name. But apparently, I love how they break the fourth wall. James tells the producer in his confessional, let's be honest, you wanted Jonathan than me. You went to Jonathan first. I was like, damn. I mean, I can see why they would want Jonathan Bennett first, okay? But I like him. I like the Southern accent, James. Keep it on. I wish we would normalize just speaking your normal self when you're doing hosting and stuff like that. All right. Moving on, Joey. Let's talk about Joey. Oh, Joey. So Joey's an influencer. We talked a little bit about that already. He's recently got engaged. We get to meet his partner. What does his partner do? I don't think they ever said that. So they're planning this engagement party where they're going to invite the guys. Great. All right. Because apparently his partner makes more money than he does. But don't sleep on Joey as an influencer, aka unemployed, according to Dorian. These influencers are making dividends, okay? Stop sleeping on them. And some of them just make it seem like they're making dividends. But I believe Joey's doing all right. So we meet Joey. We get to see Joey. Joey is very tall. How tall is Joey? All right. What else did I want to say about Joey before I go in on Joey? Joey was hanging out with Todrick at one point. I can see that they're actual friends. One of the things that I was going to be critical of the show, it felt as if some of these folks weren't friends, and some of them haven't been friends. Some of them are just getting acquainted with each other, but some of them have been friends for 10 plus years. That for me was like, oh, okay. Like Curtis and Dorian, they've known each other in these circles in Hollywood for 10 plus years. So I was like, all right, okay. And there was someone else. I believe it was Brad and Joey. They've known each other for 10 plus years. Were there deep friendships? No. But friendly. I was wondering. I was like, are these real friendships? It felt like they were just putting all these people together and then trying to make something happen, which we've seen on other shows. But I was like, I wanted some sort of grounding with real friends. And we have some of that. As I said to you before, for me, the most standout parts of this episode were with Curtis. We got a scene with Curtis and Issa Rae. We have these confessionals with Curtis crying about coming out and protecting his family. For me, he's the heart of the show. Joey is hosting an engagement party where everyone's going to finally come together. Everyone on this show. Okay, for those that are just joining us, we're talking about the Real Friends of WeHo that is available on MTV. It comes on right after RuPaul's Drag Race, and a lot of you were not happy about that, and a lot of you refused to watch it for whatever reason. Look, you're right. You're right. But I can't say I'm not going to watch something I can't say I hate something and I haven't watched it. That to me is a level of ignorance that I have not reached. So, I'm just saying, I can understand if you say you're not going to watch it because you don't like Todrick. Okay, but Todrick is not the star of the show. Yes, you see him throughout the show, but there's so much else going on the Real Friends of WeHo. All right? And Todrick honestly comes across not as the most unlikable in comparison to Dorian. Sorry, Dorian, but not sorry. It is what it is. All right? But Dorian, I'm gonna defend you right now. So Dorian says, during the pandemic, he hasn't really been out. He has a little social anxiety. So he's sort of like, I don't know about this, party. And he seems to vibe well with Joey at first. Well, Dorian is talking to some of Joey's friends, not the cast. And he's like, I like Joey. Joey seems cool. I don't know him. This is my first time meeting him. He seems cool. But I don't really know about the other guys. So this Karen, one of Joey's friends, she decides to spread some tea. She's like, well, he says he likes you, but he doesn't know about everyone else. Okay, she wasn't much of a Karen. I'm being dramatic. Okay, look.
How you doing?
All right? But Joey takes it to a whole other level. He was like, what's your issue? Come and, get involved with everyone. First of all, he has social anxiety. He's trying to scarf down some food. Look, he's like, which I was eating something right now. At first, when I saw that scene, the preview for that scene, I was like, what's Dorian doing? What did he say? But nope, I'm Team Dorian in this particular situation. Joey, you are doing too much. Because your Karen friend told you, and for whatever she told you, it wasn't as bad. It's not like Dorian was there talking ish about everybody there. Like he's sitting in a corner like, look at that one. That one's terrible. What she got on? Joey's just an influencer. He's unemployed. It's not like he was even doing that. Joey started doing all of this because, first time on reality TV, he's like, oh, let me act the fool. Let me act the fool. So he acts a fool, and Dorian was like, I am not the one. He's like, I will leave. Like, what? I already think you're unemployed. Oh, I'm sorry. I already think you're unemployed. Oh goodness. All right. I've given the Real Friends of WeHo a lot of promotion. Go watch it. Take a trust me. I don't promote a lot of shows that I don't like, all right? But when I do find something interesting because I actually watched it, I tell you about it. So give it a watch. We'll talk more about it next week. Same time, same place, Tuesday Takeover. All right? All right. Let me see. All right. Before we get into another show, I want to talk about Beyonce. Y'all better leave Beyonce alone. So Beyonce's internet took over this past weekend because Beyonce was in Dubai. So Beyonce broke all kinds of records this weekend too by being she is the most paid person ever. Let me get into the details. Let me just save these super chats. Hold on, y'all. So let me read directly from what Forbes is saying. So they said this: Beyonce reportedly pocketed at least 24. At least. Keep in mind, she also had an Ivy Park situation there. She probably had other products and things like that. She was hawking there. All right. So Forbes writes this. It says Beyonce reportedly pocketed at least $24 million for the private Atlantis The Royal performance. Here's what she lands in the top 10 most expensive private performances. All right. First of all, y'all take a look at this photo. Hold on. Where can I put this? hold on. Let me see if I can, because you guys have to see this photo. Beyonce is so extra. Look, she's so extra. But I appreciate the extraness. Oh my Lord. And mind you, word on the street, I don't know if this is fact, but you do see her limping during her Drunken Love performance. So we're hearing that she had foot surgery. So that's why you don't see her dancing. But it still was a great performance. I mean, from the theatrics to the waterworks, all of that. All right? But did you know any of these facts about some of these performances that these celebrities are getting paid for, like these private performances abroad? So number 10, all right, we're talking about some of the most expensive performances. So at number 10 is Jennifer Lopez. She performed at a Russian billionaire and his wife's joint birthday party in 2007 for $2.8 million, according to Billboard, plus an extra $1.1 million for flights and hotels. Number 9, former body armor magnate Davy Brooks reportedly paid Aerosmith $2.9 million to play at his daughter's bat mitzvah, all right, in 2005. Number 8, CEO Greg Brown reportedly paid Bruno Mars $3.2 million to play at his son's wedding in 2021. All right? That's a lot of money. All right. I wonder how does that work when it comes to taxes, especially when it's international? You know? George Michael, may he rest in peace. I do know that one. George Michael raked in a, oh my God. George Michael raked in a reported $4.2 million after an unnamed Russian mining and lumber tycoon flew him to Moscow to perform at a private party in 2007.
How you doing?
And he was out then, wasn't he? Like, was he out then in 2007? He flew him to Russia? Did he perform like father figure? Probably. Like, if you're gonna pay George Michael $4.2 million. Damn. Okay. Not Beyonce being on this list more than once. So Beyonce played at the pre-wedding festivities of Isha Ambani, the daughter of Mukesh Ambani, the 10th richest man in the world in 2018, reportedly in the upwards of $4.7 million. Wow. I think I kind of remember that one. In 2005, people reported that Andre, the same person who paid for J-Lo's performance in 2007, paid Christina Aguilera, what? $6 million to sing at his wedding in the south of France. So you know she only probably performed like one song. Number 4, an unnamed patron once allegedly paid the Eagle $6 million to play Hotel California and nothing else at a private party in New York City. I'm in the wrong business. In 2011, Billboard reported that Celine Dion, oh, Celine. If you missed our story on Celine a few weeks ago. So Billboard reported that Celine Dion played between 2 and 3 private events a year, each for $8.5 million. Wow. Wow. Mariah is not on this list. Someone said Mariah. Mariah is not on this list. So in 2002, at number 2, in 2002, private equity billionaire David Boderman paid the Rolling Stones $18.7 million to perform at his 60th birthday. These rich people just don't know how to spend their money, huh? Wow. Paid the Rolling Stones $18.7 million. But guess who's number 1? Beyonce. All right, enough of that. Beyonce tops the list after she was paid $24 million to play at the launch of Dubai Hotels Atlantis, the Royal, on Saturday, according to tabloid reports, including TMZ and The Sun. And she didn't even dance. Look, she didn't even dance. And when did you guys see the video of Blue Ivy? Blue Ivy started to do a little 1-2 step, and mom said, "Cease and seco. Cease and seco." They didn't pay us for that. Oh, Beyonce. Congratulations. But of course, you know, when we talked about the Real Housewives of Dubai, we also talked about how the there was backlash for Andy Cohen and Bravo for even doing a show in Dubai. Part of the reason why every time we did the Dubai recap, we had our disclaimer at the top. All right. So I'm not shocked by this. Beyonce's receiving backlash for performing in Dubai because of all of the humanitarian and the anti-LGBT situations that are happening in Dubai. Although we've heard that they're trying to do better. They're trying to do better. However, people are giving Beyonce the business about this. T.S. Madison came to her defense when TMZ caught up with her. How do you guys feel about it? I wasn't surprised. I said at first when they announced that she was doing this private performance in Dubai, and I was like, it's going to be private. I don't think it's going to be a big deal in regards to, because none of us would get to see it. And then all of a sudden we kept on seeing all the footage. It was outside. All the housewives were there that we know from Dubai. There were some celebrities that we know that were there. So now people are giving Beyonce the business about performing in Dubai. I'm not surprised though. You think Beyonce is mad or upset that you're mad that she got paid $24 million? Well, according to Matthew Knows, her dad, he did give us a heads up that the Renaissance tour is coming, because, you know, we were a little worried when we heard about the foot surgery, allegedly. Well, he's saying that, no, the Renaissance tour is coming. Why is he talking? Why is he talking? He was there, though. He was there with his new wife. Mm-hmm. But he also says that he knows his daughter. She would never do something that would intentionally hurt other people. This is what Matthew is saying. And maybe that's part of the reason why she didn't do the Renaissance album there. Because she's like, first of all, she's loyal to her fans, but she's also like, this is for the gays.
How you doing?
Oh, no. I don't know. I'm just, look. All right. I don't know. Look, I don't know. I'm not surprised at the Beyonce backlash, especially because even if she wasn't performing in Dubai, there would have been some sort of backlash. It always happens with Beyonce, but she's a public figure. She's larger than life. I'm never shocked when I hear the backlash. When Renaissance came out, there were multiple stories that we covered when it came to Beyonce and the backlash. All right. So I wasn't surprised. I was just surprised it happened after. You know what? All of you people that are mad at Beyonce performing in Dubai, did you watch the performance? And then you're like, all right, we already seen the performance, so we didn't stop the performance from happening, but we're gonna act mad now. Dubai, I hope you're doing better though, in regards to, you know, all of that. Let's be honest. All right. I've been talking for an hour and a half. And we have almost 2,000 people in the building. Hey, y'all. How many likes do we have, mods? Let me see. How many likes do we have at this point? All right. Not enough. I will drop the call-in link for the general audience once we get to 1,000 likes. However, if you are a member of the channel, I'm going to drop the call-in link on the community tab. So if you can call in and share your thoughts, because I do want to talk about one more show. No, 2 more shows. Oh, damn. I got shows to talk about today, y'all. I want to talk about Below Deck, and I want to talk about Traitors. Yes. Talk about Traitors. My new favorite show. All right, Senior Royals. Let me just drop the call-in link. Again, guys, if you would like to become a member, calm down. If you would like to become a member of the channel, head on over to teamkempire.com/join. Don't forget our news website, thekempire.com, has launched for everything Kempire, the podcast, the merch, all of that. Links are available there. And my socials. All right. Senior Royals, I've dropped the call and link for you there. In regards to, okay, shout out to, one of the other things that we do during our Tuesday Takeover. Today we're calling it Twirl Takeover, or Twirl Tuesday for in honor of Kenya Moore's birthday. So happy birthday to Kenya Moore, 52 years old, 52 and fine. We also talk about the ratings. So we talked a little bit about the ratings for Family Karma. We talked about the ratings for RHOP. We talked about the ratings for the Real Friends of WeHo. Okay. Love and Marriage DC. If you missed our recap of Love and Marriage DC, then what are you doing? Not bad. This is only their second season. They didn't have the lead-in of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and they scored a 0.02 in their demo with 247,000 viewers. Not bad, but I have to say, I said this in my recap, I enjoyed Love and Marriage DC way more than I did Huntsville. And it could be because it's a newer city. We actually have a bunch of new people that are a part of this cast. The dark cloud that was Monique. I'm sorry, Monique. I kid. But no, not really. It's no longer a part of the show. So it felt a little different. I enjoyed it. So not bad. So again, shout out to our friends over at TVDs. So Love and Marriage DC scored a 0.02 in their demo, which is 18-49, and with 247,000 live viewers. Danny says, thank you for being a member. Thank you, Danny, of the Senior Royals and a member of the channel for 11 months. She says, Traitor needs its own live. It was so good. Maybe. Danny, were you here when I was saying earlier, like, are you trying to wear me thin? You trying to turn me into a Todrick, not paying bills? I take care of myself. Okay, I can't do a live for every single show. This is why we do Tuesday Takeover and Thirsty Thursdays. But we'll talk about it today, and we will talk about it on Thursday. Because I'm almost done. And I'm loving it. But again, congratulations to Love and Marriage DC. That's not a bad start for a new show, okay, on the OWN network. What else did I want to talk about? So we did the ratings for that. All right. Let's talk about Below Deck. Okay. Let's talk about Below Deck, guys. Again, if you're a member of the channel, I've already posted the call-in link for Senior Royals. Let me post the call-in link also for our Royal Court members. And I'll be posting the call-in link for our Team Kempire members. All right. Back to this. So, Below Deck. I can't believe that Below Deck, they just released the mid-season trailer. The mid-season trailer for Below Deck. As you know, we're in the middle of season 10. And we have Captain Sandy in replace of Captain Lee. This week, we get a FaceTime with Captain Lee. She's getting an update, on his health, but also letting him know they had to let Camille go. And Camille, like any person that was really bad at their job and gets fired, goes out in a bang. She's literally attacking everybody on her way out. I was like, you really gonna come for Chef Rachel? Chef Rachel was like, really? Now you can move on to the next department head because I ain't got time for you. I'm like, you needed to go. Camille. You weren't doing what you were supposed to be doing. So she's gone. She goes out with a bang. But Ben, you seem like such a nice guy. I don't see what you find in Camille besides maybe an attraction to her. Her personality sucks. I don't know what you find endearing with her, but look, there's someone for everyone. Just saying, there's someone for everyone. So she goes around the boat telling people I'm leaving. She has a conversation with Frasier. And Frasier is really emotional about it. Because remember, this is his first time as chief stew. It's the first time he's had to fire someone. He says, I really like her. And I'm thinking to myself, what do you like about her, Frasier? What do you like about her? She's not very likable. Ben, she says goodbye to Ben. Ben is really emotional. Ben ends up hugging Captain Sandy. You know, not on Captain Lee's yacht. There is no way Captain Lee was going to be hugging Ben because, oh, your girlfriend left. Captain Lee would be like, suck it up. Let's move on. We got another charter to go. Come on. But I felt for Ben. I like Ben. But I don't like the fact that Ben now is taking it out on Alyssa. I don't think it's Alyssa's fault that Camille got fired. It's Camille's fault. Captain Sandy really gave her a lot of opportunities, more opportunities than we would have given her. Look, if it was our yacht, girl, bye. Look, girl, bye. But she comes back. In the mid-season trailer, Camille does come back. Alyssa feels isolated from the group because she feels like everyone's talking about her now because they believe that she's the reason why she was fired. She needed to be fired. No one liked her. The bosun was like, don't even come at me, girl. Leave me alone. Camille's just coming at everybody. But why is Ben, as soon as the new girl comes on, Ben's already hobnobbing and blah, blah, blah. You got over Camille real quick. Real quick. Thank you, Sonia, for the reminder. Captain Sandy, I love this moment, and this is why I love Below Deck. Did you guys notice in the latest episode of Below Deck, we have that moment where Ben is, he's doing the overnight watch, which Captain Sandy instituted because before they had the people that we don't see on camera were doing the night watch, all right, the anchor watch. So she had the team do it now. Luckily, because then we got this moment. She has to be, he has to go wake her up because there's another yacht not too far away, and they're saying, "Can you move your yacht because of the wind shifts and this and that, all this below deck technical terms." And Captain Sandy comes out of her bed, sans bra, and she gets on the walkie-talkie with him, and he's like, "Can you move?" And she's like, "No, mother." She didn't say that. I did. She's like, "No." And I was like, wait a minute. This was a moment that I did not expect in this episode. You always expect something with the charter guests or with the other people, not with another yacht, another captain. But she also talks about how she's been treated as a woman in this field. And maybe that makes her a little bit hypersensitive to someone telling her, move your yacht. Because Ben even says, normally, in yacht or ship etiquette, first person there should stay, and the person that comes after should move. And I believe they were the second people there. But I also had a sense that he was sort of, I don't know if he would have spoke to Captain Lee the way that he spoke to Captain Sandy. And I was like, and she's like, we don't need to move. We have guests here on our ship as well. And we actually have someone watching the anchor. God forbid something happens, we have someone here. Hopefully they don't fall asleep because he's heartbroken over Camille. But nothing happened. Nothing happened. But that scene for me, I was like, wait a minute. I loved it. I loved seeing it. I love that. This is what I love about Below Deck. These real skill sets playing out on reality TV. Not the intermingling and the drama and the hooking up. Okay, it's cute. Whatever. Look, whatever. No, it's these moments that I truly enjoyed. But if you saw the mid-season trailer for Below Deck, then you see that Captain Lee does return. And I'm ready for Captain Sandy to go. No offense, Captain Sandy. I am going to do a deep dive on Below Deck Med because I hear it's probably one of the best of the franchise. But I'm ready for you to get off the ship. You gave Camille way too many opportunities. There are some great qualities to Captain Sandy, and I can see how it works. Like Ben going through what he was going through because Camille left. I like that sensitivity, but at the same time, I miss Captain Lee. Come on back. Look, and I like that Captain Lee's better. I hope he's better. Okay. So I'm glad to see before the season end, Captain Lee comes back. All right. I'm interested to see how it plays out with Alyssa and the rest of the folks. Haley, I still love Haley. Haley's got some swollen feet and she's making jokes about it. Love it. Katie, we still don't know why you're here, but you're part of the deck crew. You're here to do what you need to do. Tony, same. Here. Ross, here to hook up with everybody and everything. I'm surprised he didn't hook up with Fraser yet. He's so sexual. Why not? Okay, let's move on. Speaking of sexual, I think I might be pansexual, y'all. Hear me out. Look, let's talk about Traitors. Traitors. Okay, Traitors is a new show on Peacock. And a lot of you are hitting me up. You need to watch Traitors. So Traitors is a mix of real people, people that you don't know. And then there are people that you do know. From various reality shows. Survivor, Below Deck, Real Housewives. The Amazing Race too, right? So this game, it's a reality competition show. And I'm not usually into competition shows like this. Like, I can't get into Big Brother. I probably would love it, but it's a big commitment for Big Brother. But I'm not big on the competition shows, the reality competition shows. But I am for this one. This is a good show. It's a good show. We have some of your favorites here, okay? I'm not going to try and spoil anything for you guys. I will just let you know who the traitors are, but I'm not going to let you know how it all plays out. If you follow me on Twitter, then you already know how it's playing out. Some of you have already watched it. But they're playing various games. Someone is trying to win, I think it's $250,000. So all these games that they're playing throughout the season, they're building the pot of money that the one person is going to win at the end. And at the top of the game, they choose 3 traitors. All right? So the traitors are Cody. Hold on, where's Cody? Cody's on the far left. And the other traitor is Siri. And let me tell you something. My favorite right now, don't spoil it because I don't know the end yet. My favorite right now is Siri. I love her. I love the way she plays the game. She seems the most put together. By the middle of, I think, like episode 6 or 7, Cody is starting to shake. He's starting to shake. Where's Christian in this photo? Why is Christian not in this photo, y'all? Anyways, Christian. Is Christian one of the real people? Is that why? I don't know. Is Christian on a show? I don't remember now. But Christian, I was concerned about because he's one of the traitors. And I was just like, Christian, calm down. Because someone had described Christian like a golden retriever, just like happy. And I like him. But now he's playing the game right. Cody's now starting to shake. I know. But the traitors, very early on, are getting these faithfuls out, and out. Oh, Christian's a regular person. Thank you, Theo. I figured as much. I was like, why is he not in this picture? Because he's a regular person. I'm up to the... Okay, I don't want to give any spoilers. We'll talk more in depth on Thursday, so you have homework. So Thursday, everyone needs to be caught up. So Traitors actually is in the UK. I hear that one is better than the one in the US. And if it is, it must be fantastic because the Traitors US is incredible. And of course, you know, I love me some Kate Chastain. You would have thought they would have made her a traitor, but she would have been too obvious. I'm on the episode where she's just like over it. She's like, I'm ready to go home, guys. Just vote me out. Banish me. I'm like, no, we need you here, Kate. We need you here. We don't need you to go home. She's so over it. It's a fantastic show. Like I said, I don't want to give any spoilers in this recap, but on Thursday, we will talk more in depth about the show and how they played the game, how the real people played the game. Okay, Elephant Brain, I didn't forget. What is the person's name? Oh, damn. I forgot their name. I'm assuming she identifies as a woman. Okay. The regular person, what's her name? Andy. Why am I looking at Andy like, Andy's kind of cute?
How you doing?
Okay, speaking of hosts, someone said the host of the UK version is amazing. I want to say this. Andrew. I was supposed to say Andrew Cohen. No. Oh my gosh. Why can't I think of oh my God, what's his first name? I know Alan Cummings. Thank you, God. Woo. Alan Cummings is amazing. Alan Cummings is amazing as a host. He's funny. Like, this is the role of a lifetime for him. Amazing. Oh, thank you, Thea. I wasn't sure. This is how we learn. Theo says, I believe Andy is non-binary. So they. I believe Andy, I was looking at you like this, Andy. Hey, Andy.
How you doing?
Alan Cummings is amazing as a host. He is fully invested in his role. I mean, I've seen Alan Cummings in so many different roles in his lifetime. My goodness. Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. T. Craig says, Andy is so cute. Hold on, wait. There we go. Andy is so cute. Andy is non-binary. Okay, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if they mentioned it. I might have missed that because I've been sort of like in and out. Like during the competitions, I'm not that invested in competitions because it's not really like anyone's winning anything besides winning money for the general pot for everyone. But Siri is my favorite. I feel like Siri is the best traitor. I hope she makes it to the end. No spoilers in the chat or in the comment section. I don't care about spoilers, but I don't want to spoil it for anyone. We'll talk more in depth on Thursday, same time, same place. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. We talked a lot about a varied amount of shows. This is what we do on on Tuesday Takeover. We talk about reality TV news, and pop culture news. We're gonna get to some callers. We're almost at 1,000 likes. Guys, let's get to 1,000 likes and I'll drop the call-in link for you guys to call in and share your thoughts on anything that we've covered today. We've covered a lot. But Traitors is probably my favorite that I've covered, to be honest with you. And I really wish I could go in more without giving you spoilers, but I love the way that this game is playing out. It really is a mind game. I want to hear, my friend Denver on Twitter, also Denver from lovebscott.com, mentioned he would like to see a whole Housewives version of this where they play this game against each other. And I said to him, I would like to see that, but I don't want to see it too soon. I want to see it maybe season 3 or season 4. I like seeing the mix of the Housewives and other reality shows and regular people in this first season. And not Brandy picking out 2 of the traitors. Thank goodness they got rid of her. And not Quentin, who's a political analyst. I thought you could read people better, getting it wrong all the time. I'm just thinking, I would like to see a Housewives version, but I still want the regular people involved. I always want regular people involved in Traitors. I wanted to see that. I wouldn't mind seeing like influencers or content creators. I'm not doing it. I don't think I'd be good at the game, y'all. Or would I? You know what I would be really good at? When they banish me, my exit. If I was a traitor, I already know how I would exit. Now, I'm not going to tell you now because what if I'm on the show? I don't know if I want to do that. Only if I can go to Scotland. I don't like games like that. You know how long it's been taking me to finish that damn Switch game? What's that Switch game? It's from like Zelda, but it's not called Zelda. It's called something else. I'm still working on that game. I started before the pandemic. I mean, I haven't been playing it this entire time, but it's beautiful to look at on my TV screen. All right. Let me get to some callers, guys. I appreciate your patience. Guys, we're over 1,000 likes in the chat, so let me drop the call-in link. We're going to take some quick callers. This is our Tuesday Takeover. Liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well. And some of you have been complaining about that. No, you want to find content. This is how some of you found me, from liking other content creators. All right. Some of you are like, where have you been my entire life? I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. All right. Oh, wait. You know what we didn't talk about? I'm going to put this out there. So Summer House is about to come back. But we also, in the video that I did on Married to Medicine, talked about the spinoff that's coming with an all-black cast. And it's going to be in Martha's Vineyard. And I told you when I was at BravoCon, the producers of this show told me about it. They just didn't tell me it was a Summer House spinoff. Damn them. At least then if I had gotten that little part of it, I'd be like, okay, now I can figure out what you mean by a spinoff. All right. All right, I've been talking for like 2 hours. So let me stop talking and let me switch out. Hold on, y'all. All right. Let me put up my disclaimer. Hold on. Okay. All right. And let me say thank you. We had a few super chats. So let me say thank you. Light Mission, thank you so much for always supporting the channel. Light Mission says, did people confirm whether Juan was at the wet? Come on. That was good. Chastity, thank you so much for the super chat. Chastity says, the cast isn't too chocolate. I bet Todrick is happy about that. Allegedly. I mean, yeah, he's been criticized for that too. I actually was surprised at the amount of chocolate that was on the Real Friends of WeHo. I was pleasantly surprised, to be honest with you. Because at first, when I first saw it initially, I thought he was the only black person on the cast because I really wasn't paying attention. I was like, oh wait, no. Pamela, thank you so much for the super chat. Pamela says, thank you, Kempire, for being authentic. Oh, thank you. That is such a compliment. Thank you, Pamela. And thank you for the super chat. And thank you guys so much that sends super chats, Venmos, PayPals, Cash Apps, all that. We see that normally after the live, but thank you in advance for supporting the channel any way that you can. Julie, thank you so much for always supporting. Julie says, I got too late. I got too late. But regarding 90 Day Fiancé, Sean Robinson cannot moderate anymore. Just awful. And when Ed came at Jenny, Sean says that's a wrap and 50 minutes of everyone outside the stage. I'm done. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to take a job from Sean, and I thought Sean was starting to do a better job, and then I was like, Sean, you did like I felt like maybe she was tired. This was a long tell-all for her. Data, thank you so much for always supporting the channel for years at this point. Data says, and always shading me and dragging me any chance he can get. Data says, hey, Freddy Krueger. My sweater. Love to the mods while I'm lurking in the bushes at work. Shh. You know what? Yes, thank you to our mods. We cannot do this without the mods, guys. Don't forget to say thank you to the mods as well. Okay, MO says West Hollywood is very diverse. I need to get to California. Did it stop raining? Did it? I might do like a quick weekend trip to California and go to West Hollywood.
How you doing?
And hang out with the cast and do my own reunion. I'm joking. I'm kidding. We'll see how the rest of the season of the Real Friends of WeHo goes. Okay. All right. Let me get to the callers. I apologize. I appreciate you all being patient. All right, Tyler, I'm gonna bring you up. What's going on, Tyler?
Hey, Kempire. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great. So, I want to speak on a few things very briefly. The Real Friends of WeHo. I don't think that it's that for me, because I'm a part of the LGBTQ community. I am a gay male. I know I have a very delicate voice, but what I will say is, it's not just Todrick. I just feel like that group is not a true representation of us. It's hard. It's like kind of hard to relate to it at this moment. And it's like, it's not like it's a new Housewives franchise where we've seen the formula. I feel as though this is like kind of like the first time we've seen, like, you know what I mean, like of this set. And it's like, I kind of wanted to see a little bit more representation of all of us, how most of our gay friend groups may look. That's kind of what it was for me.
Can I add,
I don't know if
add something to that?
Else.
I appreciate what you're saying here because I agree. But let me just put this little nugget in your ear. I feel as if it's perfect.
Okay.
It's perfect for WeHo. No offense, WeHo. But remember, even
Yeah.
when we look at the Real Housewives, those cities differ too in regards to the representation. I'm
You know what?
hoping. I'm hoping if they go to another city, that it will be truly representative of the LGBT community in sizes and personalities and relationships.
Co-
Go ahead.
Correct. I think that WeHo wasn't the perfect place to start it.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
that's what it was.
Okay.
Maybe that's what I'm trying to articulate. As far as NeNe goes, she did not get a $20 million settlement. But I will say this: I wish that Bravo, well, Andy in particular, and Bravo and NBC Universal would kind of listen to some of you YouTubers, because I feel as though, not that I think that the viewership has went all the way down drastically, but what I will say is Bravo is missing those staples like Bethany, NeNe, and things like that. So Bravo needs to kind of stop being so stubborn and mend those fences with NeNe. However, NeNe has, I think now she's humble enough to admit her fault as well. I think that would do amazing. While Andy's trying to have a conversation with Jen Shaw, what would bring in some ratings is if we get an interview from NeNe and they air everything out, and then we just see her usher her on in next season. I think that would be amazing. And she doesn't have to, hear me out, Kempire. She doesn't have to do like 5 more seasons. I think complete her story, let her, send her well wishes, and then we go on about our business. But I do think that Bravo missed the mark not mending the fences with NeNe.
Mm.
And last but not least, Robyn.
You
Girl.
said last but
Robyn.
not least, but
Robyn. I love Robyn, but I just really want Robyn to come on Watch What Happens Live, whatever they have her, and just be like, look, we was broke. Like I said yesterday, we were broke and we decided to get married after a wedding. That's it. And Robyn, girl, you need to divorce him, because next season, they're gonna be on you, because he got those scandals and all that. Girl, you need to let it go. You and Giselle need to go ahead and drift away and be in love, because neither one of y'all can get a man. All right, thank you.
thanks, Tyler.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, damn. All right. I'm going to bring up Gabriella next. What's going on, Gabriella?
Hello, bonsoir. I see something. It's not now in the too early today. And happy birthday, Kenya Moore, for you. Happy birthday. But what's in the street in Paris now? You know, Housewife of here. And I had some tea. Some big tea. Lisa Rina is here for the Fashion Week. Lisa Van Up 2, certain 2. So much people from House of are here now. And allegedly, I said allegedly, someone tried to make a meeting, allegedly, maybe between the two Lisa.
Lisa Vanderpump and Lisa Rinna.
Allegedly, it's a word on the street. Some people say me something, but we don't have any proof. It's allegedly. Allegedly.
All right. All right.
Okay, no lawsuit. But yes, Preto is so good show. We need that. And WeHo, I see one episode. I loved it. I found that very funny. I think the cast is very, melting with very kind of people, very different. And there is an Aquarius in the show. There is an Aquarius guy, maybe an Aquarius on the show. A single guy Aquarius, maybe, we don't know. And we hope we have a second season. I hope we had a second season, because I like it. It's very funny and very light, and I loved it.
Okay.
And Bling New York, it's so good too. New York Bling.
Okay. I'll see if I can get into the new spinoff. I'll stay tuned.
Okay.
Thank you, Gabriella.
Okay, bye-bye.
Au revoir.
Bye.
All right. Let me just say thank you. We had a couple of super chats. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. As I always tell you, these super chats help support the channel, so we're able to pay our bills. Jag, thank you so much for the super chat. Jag says, Kempire, you've earned your gay angel wings for doing charity work by talking about the real friends of not WeHo. No, I wouldn't do it if I didn't really actually enjoy the show. Adrian, thank you so much for the super chat. Adrian says, just bought my ferry tickets for the Martha's Vineyard this morning. It only took 4 hours. Hope this all black cast doesn't act a fool in Oak Bluffs. This is why I love about them doing this spinoff in Martha's Vineyard because it's so real. There's so many friends of mine that spend their summers in Martha's Vineyard, so I kind of want to see how this all plays out. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, Miss Esquire is backstage. We're gonna bring her up next. What's going on, Miss Esquire? Long time no speak.
Hi, Kempire. How are
I'm well.
you?
How are you?
I'm really good. I have been in Miami for a couple of weeks, taking a mom vacation from my kids.
For a
So,
couple of weeks?
yeah, I've been gone for almost 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been amazing. I miss my babies, but it's been amazing. So, but I've been keeping up with your content.
Thank you.
So I just want to speak on three things. WeHo, one, I lived in LA for a while, had a lot of friends who lived in WeHo. I don't think that cast is reflective, but in a good way, because there's not that many Black gays who live and have a presence in WeHo.
Oh.
And so actually seeing three Black males or three males of color on the cast was actually really refreshing.
Mm.
So kudos to the casting on that. Two, I want to talk about Robyn. And this wedding to Juan. And all I have to say is free legal advice. I hope that she did her prenup. I very much hope she did it. Not, and I don't care about the fidelity clause, but this man is subject to a very serious civil suit, and he is sued in his personal capacity. He is probably not going to be covered by his employer because he was acting outside the scope of his employment by not reporting the alleged assault and extortion. And so if they're married and their money is commingled, whatever restitution he has to pay or judgment, it's going to hit their bank account. So for that reason alone, I really hope if she did marry this man, hopefully it was a spiritual ceremony a la Ye. Two, I hope she did that prenup. Last thing, Beyonce with Dubai. Here's the thing. I get it, but I think people forget that there are LGBTQ people in these countries who live in these countries who are fans of these artists who want to be affirmed, who want to have those moments. Now, that argument is hard to make here when this was at an invite-only, very exclusive event. So I can see kind of hitting Beyonce for that. But I just think the idea that we're going to isolate these countries so they can even be more isolated from society and hunker down on their, xenophobic, homophobic, transphobic, racist, sexist views is not good. I mean, we saw what that did with Cuba by us basically isolating that country for years and years and years and how communism took place. You need to be able to connect with those countries and those people so they can influence their governments to adopt more progressive policies. So that's my position on it. So great to see you. I'll be calling in more once I get back home. Bye.
Thanks, Miss Esquire. I love that. Hold on, where's my mouse? There we go. And I love when you attorneys call in and share perspectives on things like that, because at first I was sort of like, I don't believe she married this man in order so she didn't have to testify against him. But Miss Esquire brings up a really good point, because if Robyn really is now into legal marriage, and this is a civil situation, legal situation that he's involved in, let me mind my business. Go figure, right? All right. Danielle's backstage. We're gonna bring Danielle up. What's going on, Danielle? What's your thoughts?
Oh my goodness, you caught me off guard. I'm trying to take a nap before I log back on.
Wait, say it again? You broke up.
I'm trying to take a nap real quick before I finish doing my work.
While you were on the phone waiting?
Yeah, I got the itis. I made myself a black bean burger. I got the itis at lunchtime, so just chilling. Okay, so anywho, I agree with everything Esquire said. I'm going to piggyback on that and say that's probably why Robyn didn't put the house in his name. I don't think it had anything to do with his credit. I don't think it had anything to do with financing. Even though she tried to say a few episodes ago, the only way they will, not a few episodes, I'm sorry, a few seasons ago, the only way they would buy a house together is that they were married. I remember her saying that to him. He was like, get out of here, Robyn. But I'm sure they knew about the case at the time of signing. They knew something was coming, and that's why his name is not on that house. Because to Esquire's point, when they come for him, they're coming for her. Keep the bank account separate, keep everything separate, because this is not looking good for the home team. As far as Beyonce, I'm not even going to talk about the details of people who can't see him and things. I'm thinking about the money. I'm wondering, and I'm thinking this makes sense when I say it. It might not. Well, I thought it. Anywho, it might be a large amount because she still has to pay her people. She still has to pay for the production of the show and everything else. So just because that's what the person paid doesn't mean that's what she's walking home with in her bank account, because she got to pay for her people. Yeah. But it's Beyonce. We're going to pay. And everyone you named, I think, for the most part, from what I remember, J-Lo and Christina Aguilera, they all put on great shows with the smoke and the lights and everything. So that stuff is not cheap.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. And then, oh shucks, I forgot. I should have took notes instead of taking a nap. All right, fine.
Should have took notes instead of taking a nap. That's like a word right there. All right, let me move on. Alex is backstage. We're going to bring Alex up next. What's going on, Alex?
Hello, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. Before I started, I want to send out prayers to the people in Monterey Park and Half Moon Bay after what happened. I mean, it's so horrible.
Definitely.
But okay, so now I'm gonna start. So with Beyonce, y'all been videoing it. It's all over TikTok. The night it happened, it got all over TikTok. People across the river were hearing it. Imagine being in them houses. It was an earthquake, but they were videoing it. And honestly, she gonna come for you. I'm not watching those videos. I got to get to the Renaissance concert. Yeah. I'm not watching.
Well, she didn't perform any Renaissance music. She didn't perform any Renaissance music.
Even if she didn't, I just got to get to that concert. I can't have her know. She knows everything. I can't have her know. I can't. And then with NeNe, she did not get no $20 million and new shows on Bravo. I don't believe it. I love her and I wish her all the best. She's the best, I believe. But I mean, she did not get $20 million. That's insane. Yeah. There's no way. And I don't think she will return to Bravo. I don't think they'll let her. Maybe on another channel, hopefully on another channel, but not on Bravo. That's done. And for the Traitors, you need to get on that. That is a good show.
I am on it. I'm almost done.
No, I mean you need to get on it. Like you need.
Oh, like on it. Oh Lord.
You need to get on it. And then Robyn and Juan. Poor Robyn. I don't know. I heard that there wasn't an actual marriage license in Maryland. It was in Jamaica. Is that true?
You asking me? Well, we have not seen a marriage license in Maryland just yet. We know that she got one in Maryland, and she had to get married before February. So I'm sure she'll get that all checked out before next week.
Good. She's still gonna be his roommate, but maybe it's a roommate with some papers.
Oh, anyway. Damn. Okay, Alex. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Y'all are a mess, but I love it. I love it. Replay crew, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to let me know where you're watching from. And don't forget to let me know your thoughts on everything that we covered, because we cover a lot on Tuesday Takeover. All right, let me take a couple. Why is she calling back in? Okay, I'll bring her up in a second. Mickey, I'm going to bring you up next. What's going on, Mickey?
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, keep Phaedra Park's name out your bald fucking mouth, you ugly bitch.
Oh, real? Daniel, wait, hold on, Daniel.
Get him. Let me get him.
No.
Let me. Who is that? Child, you better be glad I'm down here.
And you wonder why you wonder why I don't bring I don't put people on camera on here anymore.
Oh no, that's exactly what we needed, so we can see a face.
Well, no,
because they won't say that to your face.
No, but that sometimes
no,
but sometimes they'll be off camera and then they'll call on camera and all of a sudden they wiggling.
Oh, well, that part. Dang. Yeah. Call back and say it to my face. How about that? Messing with him. Call back and say it to me.
No, it's all right. Because look, if you're calling in to prank someone or to defend one of your favorites, look, how sad are you? Look, I'm over here living my life and making coin. I'm just saying. Okay, Daniel, you call back in for a reason.
You're right.
I'm surprised it wasn't a Robyn stand.
I did. It was back on Robyn. Maybe it was, because I'm calling about to talk crap about Robyn. Okay. So this is what we need to figure out. I'm gonna get the Google and Schmoogle ones to go pick the kid up from school. I'm up now. I got my power nap on. I had a little slap and sickle last night. I'm up. I'm ready to go. Google Schmoogle want to get back. Listen, when did they stop filming this season? Because if she got married the day after her brother-in-law's wedding, if they weren't filming, I can see why production wouldn't have had footage of it.
Yeah.
Now, to your point, it might be one of the kids' little iPhones that has the footage. We'll see later on. But that also would answer when Andy said, well, you didn't get married on the show. I thought
Yeah.
that was perfect, but so shady at the same time. But that's what I forgot to add. When we need to figure out when they stop filming, and then I think we can figure out finagle and Google schmoogle some things. And I'll look it up in the Maryland case system when I get back. Let me
Thank
go
you.
pick the kid up from school.
Thank you. Y'all know I
Bye.
don't have time to look all that stuff up. All right. Thanks, Danielle. All right. I see a couple people are trying to call in right now. What y'all trying to call in? Maybe let me delete this call in number because now y'all acting a fool. I hope y'all realize y'all don't faze me when you call in and you try to prank us. Keep watching. All right. Jonathan, did you want to come up while I'm looking at ceiling? Hold on one second, Jonathan. Hold on one second, Jonathan. What do you want to say, Jonathan?
Okay, I guess I'll just follow everybody in suit with saying I thoroughly appreciate your commentary and stuff like that on the show, and I do thoroughly wish that producers would at least create a burner account to see how the real people who are actually reviewing the show feel about the show, because I feel like just over the years it just completely kind of started going downhill. I can't watch Potomac without saying poor Robyn at least 7 times. Like, I want to like her, but it's just not going to happen. And honestly, this might be controversial, but I think Giselle was telling the truth when she said that Wendy was jealous of Mia. Because if you think back to it, when they had the company trip, the couples trip, Eddie wrote down that he would take a pass at Mia, and Wendy told Eddie to erase that shit. And ever since that episode, Wendy has been furious with Mia.
I forgot about that.
Remember the next day she ate her up at the table when Mia asked Wendy about her surgery, and Wendy turned around and just started being a bitch from that point moving forward.
Language, Jonathan.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Wow, really?
But yeah, that's my tea, because it makes sense. Because Mia wants to be Wendy's friend. It's Wendy though. Like, it's legit Wendy. And I get it. Mia was wrong for throwing the drink, and Mia is a little turned up. But in this one simple case, I will throw my hat to Mia and say, nah, Wendy's kind of being a hater a little bit.
All right. And
Mia's comfortable in her skin. Wendy had to get surgery to get comfortable in her skin.
So did Mia.
But Mia's been.
Wait. All right. I'm sorry, Jonathan. I cut you off. What did you say?
No, you're fine. I was just saying that you can tell that Mia's always that's been Mia's personality. Wendy needed a boost.
Okay. All right, Jonathan. We appreciate you calling in.
No, I appreciate you. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Wow. Everyone's opinion is welcome here, guys. If this includes the replay crew, please feel free to share your opinions as long as you're sharing it in a constructive way and not like that one caller who called in and defending Phaedra. That probably was Phaedra. Phaedra, thanks for watching. Let's get out of here, guys. Let me switch this off. Hold on, y'all. Thank you to our mods. Thank you to our Team Campire Royal Court and Senior Royal members. If you would like to become a member of the channel, click the join button if you're watching on YouTube on your computer, or head on over to teamcampire.com/join. We appreciate that. And shout out to you. And thank you so much to everyone watching on TikTok and tapping your screens. And thank you for the gifts. Shout out to our mods there as well. I appreciate you all. Okay. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't liked the video. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you all Thursday for our Thirsty Thursday. I'm thirsty right now and hungry. I've been live for over 2 hours. It's okay. Replay crew, I will definitely try before this evening to get to the timestamps, because look, very much like Todrick, I'm doing it all. But I'm still paying my bills. Okay, all right. Yeah, thank you, Cece. You are so my person. She said, she said, sage your space, Campfire. I always do. I sage, I incense, I cleanse, I Reiki, I do it all. I don't play with that every time I'm live. because you never know who's watching and throwing bad vibes your way. Keep throwing those bad vibes because I take that energy and I create bigger and better things. Thank you to all of you that support what we do here on the channel. Thank you all for being here for our Twirl Tuesday. Now we're going to get back to calling it Tuesday Takeover, but happy birthday to anyone celebrating a birthday, including one of our favorite people in Real Housewives of Atlanta, Queen Kenya Summer Moore. Well, we'll see how she does this season. We're up and down. We twerk on a fence. All right, let's get out of here with some music, guys. Thank you all for being here. Thank you everyone in the live chat that was part of the conversation. Like the video if you haven't liked it already. Let's get to 1,200 likes. We have over 1,200 people in the building. We have over 1,400 people in the building on YouTube alone, and quite a few of you watching on TikTok, Twitch, and Twitter. All right. Thank you. Bronx Rob says that Juan's brother got married on July 22nd, 2022. All right. So they got married on maybe July 23rd, 2022. All right, let's get out of here, y'all.
Wanna see you with your hands up. Going straight to the sky, let me see you put your hands up. Cause we do till we die and we on another level. To the rest, wave goodbye, put baguettes in the benzo. Got a piece of the pie, told you once, told you twice, that we only got one life, stay up. Diamond shine, best at night. You wear yours, I'll wear mine. Go dumb tonight. Dipping low with my girls tonight. Got my ice in the clouds. Cali Dro got me feeling right with my ice in the clouds. Dipping low with my girls tonight. Got my ice in the clouds. Cali Dro got me feeling right. Wanna see you put your hands up. Pointing straight to the sun, everybody lift your bands up. Celebrate cause we won, we stay on another level. Yeah, the team stay fly, word to Bruno, get your ranks up. Cause the limit is the sky. Told you once, told you twice, that we only got one life, stay